Welcome to another edition of your Boxer Brief. I'm Petty Officer Jared Swartz. And I've got 99 problems, but the truth ain't one. So put on the aftershave, the spritz, and some musk. I'm gonna truth you all night long. Coming up, we'll have your latest news, weather, and sports. But first, in news from around the world, our hearts and prayers go out to the thousands of people in the Philippines who were evacuated as Typhoon Yolanda, one of the strongest typhoons in recorded history, devastated the country. Now that the storm has passed, thousands remain displaced or missing in the region. If you're looking for someone missing in the Philippines, or if you have information about someone there, Google.org has launched the Typhoon Yolanda Person Finder. If you would like to donate to the relief efforts, one of the many ways is through the American Red Cross. Visit redcross.org to find out more. Up next, MC2 Kenan O'Connor takes us through the hazmat process for his first installment of Man on the Street.
'Cause I'm the man on the street. I'm the man.
Well, new man on the
Man
street can't be
on the
bothered to answer
street.
the phone now, huh?
'Cause I'm
Phone
the
out,
man
Mr.
on the
Speaking, how may I
street.
help, sir, man? Oh, how's it going, Chief?
'Cause I'm the man.
Anti-seizing compound. Well, you know, MC2's the new man on the street, so maybe he can just, hit up Hazmat on his way to do another piece. I'll let him know, Chief. All right, have a good one.
What was that?
Hey there, new Mr. Man on the Street. Since you're doing this, you can get yourself down to Hazmat, pick up some anti-seizing compound. Chief said he needed it yesterday.
Chief said that?
He says, when you're new man on the street, you can spearhead this operation and go take care of it. Record a little piece while you're at it.
I guess, whatever. I'll do it. Is this hazmat down here?
Yeah, how's it going, man? This is Hazmat. How can I help you?
Good. My chief told me I need to get some anti-seizing compound and do some maintenance. Where's it at? Where can I get that?
Well, all our hazmat is located down in the paint locker, but if you have a chit, I can help you out and get your receipt here.
I don't need a chit. Just give me the compound and I'll be out of here.
I can't give you hazmat having a chit. This is a chit right here. If you properly fill this out, have your chief, your divo, and safety and fire marshal stamp it with the correct nomenclature and mil spec, and then I could properly help you. But if you don't do that, I can't help you out. Sorry.
Let me see that.
There you go.
Chit. I don't need a chit.
Well, as we say down in hazmat, if you don't have a chit, you don't.
I guess I can do this. I mean, whatever. Alright, looks like I got your chit here. I don't know, I'm gonna check and make sure it's
check it out.
alright.
Make sure it's correct. Let's see. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, you're good. I can help you out now.
Alright, cool. Hey, you think while I'm down here I could get some e-SWAT signatures?
Oh, anytime. No problem, man. I got you.
Alright, cool. Still have to go to the paint locker later to get the compound, but back to you, MC3.
Thanks, MC2. I see Work Center Supervisor in your near future. And now, let's go look at our weather report. Thanks for that weather report. Up next, Petty Officer Myra Knight sits down with Salvatore the Box for another installment of My Point of View.
Hello again, and welcome to another My Point of View. This week we have a very special guest with us. I would like to introduce everyone to Mr. Box. Hello, Mr. Box. How are you today?
You call that an introduction? My name is Salvatore, but you can call me Sammy. Hey Myra, is my tape messed up? Can you see my good side? Is my dent showing? How do my buns look?
Okay, so Sammy, don't worry, Sammy, you look good. So we brought you to the show this week because you have a very important contribution to this ship, and your journey to get here was very unique. Basically, your job is to provide us with food. So can you describe to us what the process was like to get to from here to the freezer?
When I was told to be coming to the Boxer, I was nervous because it's the big league for boxers, you know? But every boxer's dream is to go to the show. You guys are the world's greatest Navy, but you got some of the worst box handlers in the history of box handling. Some of these guys should be put on the public box offenders list. So with that, you can tell my journey to the freezer was one of the roughest of my career. All right. You guys giving me a script, but I'll tell you one thing. Boxers, we cannot be scripted. We say what we feel. And what I feel is that I didn't enjoy being touched by a bunch of sweaty sailor mitts. I'm a bit of a germaphobe.
Okay, so can you tell us what it was like to be thrown by hundreds of sailors? Most of them cheered you on. Did you enjoy that?
Hey, do you like to be tossed around? I'm more than positive I answered that with my previous answer. So no, I did not. Like I said earlier about the Boxer being the big leagues, I must admit, finally getting here and getting cheered on was a very surreal moment of my cardboard life. And I must say, you do got some boxy ladies on board.
Okay, Mr. Box. Sammy, I'm sorry, it's Sammy, I know. Can you describe the temperature in the freezer?
It's a freezer. It's cold. Duh. What do you want from me? I'm a freaking box.
Okay. So who or what is your inspiration?
Pandora's box. You should know that. Next.
Okay. If you could travel through time, whether it be the future or the past, where would you go, Sammy?
You know what? I'm not going to think outside the box for this one. The future. That's an easy question. Where I don't want to end up is in the Indian Ocean. Cardboard and water, we don't mix. I see what you people do to my brethren, and I'm in fear of what may end up happening to me. A few boxes here live a good shelf life, but ships are where boxes come to die. So where I want to be in the future is safe and sound in a nice storeroom, away from the SHs, and most definitely the CSs. Most likely it's a gloomy future for me, but at least I could say I served my purpose on board the most golden of gators. I'm a box of bread, and this is my point of view, you jerks.
Thanks, MC3. In other news, on the 15th of March 2013, Commander of Pacific Fleet announced the mandatory requirement that all FPO addresses are required to have a 9-digit zip code or the mail would be returned to the sender. We have made great progress, but we still have a way to go. Within the first 13 days of October, 10,000 pieces of mail were returned to sender due to not having the 9-digit zip code. The Military Postal Service Agency has been tracking the units that are having the most mail being returned to sender and have asked that our unit engage in a second awareness campaign to our sailors and Marines. Service members must ensure all correspondence, personal and professional, are aware of and use the full, correct 9-digit zip code. Up next, MC2 O'Connor shows Assault Craft Unit 5's mission on board Boxer.
Control copies. 5-6 control. Should report the same. Status man ready. Load on deck. And manifest effects. Control 5-6. Craft is man ready. Load on deck. Is load 4 tech 3. And we are standby for packs. 1 4 packs. 20 souls on board, over.
AC-5's mission is to provide the combat-loaded Marines a means of transportation from the ship to the shore for amphibious assaults.
The overall mission of the LCAX and Assault Craft Unit 5 is to deliver the Marine vehicles and what other vehicles and supplies need to be taken to shore from a ship for any type of humanitarian mission or assault.
We're the main connector between the ship and shore and getting any type of equipment and personnel to the beach.
I'm EWF1 Chris Price. I'm a LCAC navigator on Lima Charlie 5-6 and a Detachment Foxtrot's operations chief. During the mission, I'm constantly tracking radar contacts as well as communicating not only with the crew, but with the ship and the beach team.
I am Senior Chief Petty Officer John Fessler. I am an LCAC Craft Master and also the Detachment Leading Chief Petty Officer. When I'm on the LCAC, I fly the LCAC. I am the operator.
My name is BM2 Paul Thiessen. I am a load master with Assault Craft Unit 5. My job position as a load master is mainly staging the Marine Corps vehicles and what other vehicles we have to take ashore so that the craft is properly balanced, which is a huge aspect.
Chief Petty Officer Mike Marriott. I'm a gas turbine engineer, and my job on the LCAC is the craft engineer and assistant operator. I'm the starboard lookout, but at the same time, I'm responsible for starting and stopping all the machinery, monitoring electric and propulsion plant systems, as well as any damage control efforts.
I'm a GSC-3, Tanya Valdez. I'm a gas turbine electrician, but also a deck mechanic for the LCACs. I'm responsible for preventive maintenance, troubleshooting, and repairs for all electrical and mechanical systems.
The most exciting part of my job?
The coolest part of my job?
I think the coolest part of my job is actually the people that I work with.
Because we got everybody from AW, OS, QM, BM, and then all the engineers too.
I would have to say the challenges and experiences that I receive with my job and the people that I work with.
We're a very diverse group. We have different rates, people from all over the country. It's kind of cool to be able to meet the different people and get different perspectives and learn from each other.
To work with some of the most highly trained, top-notch sailors I've ever had the opportunity to work with, that's the coolest part. To see their eyes get wide open when they see one of these LCACs hover for the first time, that's the coolest part.
Up next, MC3 Brian Jeffries has sports.
Thanks, MC3. Good evening, Boxer. It's me again, your sports guy, MC3 Jeffries, here to give you the latest sports updates. Before I start, I have to share something with you. So the other day, I tried to TiVo The Biggest Loser, and all the silly thing did was record the Pittsburgh Steelers game. But huh? Anybody? All right, whatever. Let's get to the segment. Big news in the NFL. Thanks to teams thoroughly underestimating their opponents, the St. Louis Rams, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Jacksonville Jaguars all won this week. I didn't expect to see that all season, honestly. Don't people hear the door? Okay, I told that fool to be here an hour ago. How you doing, Boxer? Back again here with OS2 McMillan. I put a question out to the crew last week, and McMillan actually responded in an email. Figure. So, pretty much the question I put out was the power in the Western Conference or the Eastern Conference in the NBA? And pretty much I stand on the point that because of the fact that the Miami Heat, the Indiana Pacers, the Chicago Bulls with D. Rose, and the New York Knicks all being in the Eastern Conference, it pretty much is the Eastern Conference is better than the West now. How did you feel about that?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. And to get into that, I must agree with everything you just said. I mean, you know, LeBron James with the Heat. You got, I don't know any other players, but LeBron James. But then if you think about it, let's talk about the Western Conference. 2011 defending champions of Dallas Mavericks. Not being biased because it's my hometown. You know, Monte Ellis scored like 37 points the other day, but I gotta agree with what you just said.
Okay, see, the whole point of you coming on was to
disagree. There's supposed to be a friendly debate. I figured we could chop it up, go back and forth. But I mean, if all you're gonna do is, didn't you understand that was what wasn't that the email conversation that we had?
No. See, the email that I was responding to was something totally different. I just wanted you to play Pitch Perfect.
Oh.
It's not about the money.
Oh.
It's not about the gun.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think we got some slots open.
Pitch Perfect.
Back to you, MC3.
Thanks for that, MC3. That sounds like a bad pitch to me. And now let's go to IT2 Foreman for another installment of You Know What Really Grinds My Gears.
You know what really grinds my gears? People have no situational awareness on the mess decks.
Thanks, IT2. Well, that should just about do it for this week's show. As always, we leave you with our moment of green. From all of us here, good night and good luck.
Happy birthday. May God bless America and Semper Fidelis.
This one sees double, this one sees blurry. And I can outshoot anybody on this ship.
No, don't flick it yet.
Sanchez.
Man. I'm the man on the street. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man on the street.
Young Will Smith.
Get the giggles out. Get the giggles out.
What? This isn't ridiculous anything?
Damn.
What, do I offend you? Just a box. Don't touch my edges. I'm very edgy.
You're not supposed to do that.
No, it didn't work like that. McMillan's gonna play stupid though.
What are you doing?
Trying to change it.
What am I doing? What are we all doing here? MC2 O'Connor. I couldn't remember this word. Shows. I got right there. Oh my God.
What's up, OSs? Can we get a shout out to OSs? Can I do that? Is that?
Can you get a shout out to them?
Yeah, I got good. Like Dunlap, Jaggers, what's up, 2-3, Con, like Grant, all of them. I just want to shout out to all my OSs.
To your OS family. I think that's fine. That's legit. I mean, give it what you got. Give it what you got. I think you just did it though.
I did, huh?
He's done.
I'm done.
Cut.
I might be done.